Good morning, everyone. So, this is Paramita again. Today, I am in Gold Coast on my holiday actually. So, I have to go out. We are going today a theme park called, it's called, Movie World. Warner's Brother Movie World. Since last few days, we are going to a lot of theme park. I'm really tired, but I promised you to put my video every Sunday. So I'm going to teach you something today. Last 2 weeks video, I told you that I'll show you how to host your website uh, on GitHub for free. Before doing this, maybe next week I'm going to show you that. Before doing that, I am going to show you quite a few important things like external css. Like, so far we have used css in two ways. One is inline css, when we use the css within the html tags and elements, and then we have used uh, internal css using the style tag in our header section. Okay, so we separated the css from the html elements to the head section using the style tag. So that is called internal css. Now today I'm going to show you external css. Like this, we will separate the css code totally from the html file. So how we are going to do that? It's very easy. And after showing you this, I will also discuss about the responsive website and how to make your website responsive. Okay, so let's start. First I'll show you the external css, how to do that. Now I have created here one folder, a project folder. I have given the name Probhas project, and within that I have created one images folder, and I have one image here. I'm not sure whether I'm going to use that or not, but in case if I use any image, I just put it here. So now in this folder, Probhas project folder, I'm going to open my Visual Studio Code. You know how to do that now. I am not explaining. You can see also here. So yes, this is Visual Studio Code, and in this Proverse project folder, I will open a new file called index.html. Okay, today I'm going to create another file here in the same folder called style.css. Okay, so like in HTML file, we use the .html extension. In the CSS file, we use .css extension. Okay, at this moment, both the files are empty. In the index.html, I'm going to use M8. You know what is M8? Like, you don't have to type yourself. Visual Studio Code will do that. Just shift 1, enter. See, all these things came up. Okay, I didn't need to type. Now gradually I'm going to explain you about the meta tag, before, etc. So before doing those, in the title I'll put a title external css. You can put any title. Okay, external css. Now in the body section, I am going to create a div. I'll give it a id. I'll just give it a id first section. You can give any name. Okay, first section. Okay, the top section of the website layout. Today I'm not going to create a whole nav bar. I have already created in my last videos. You may have that one, or so today I'm just going to show you some concepts. Okay, so I'm just creating the first like header section of the website. Now I want to, okay, so now, all right, so what else we want to do? We will create another div. I will give it a id abc. You can give any id. within this div I'm going to write parameter dot block. Okay, all right, now save it, go there. See this one, I want to put this in the center. Okay, so what do we have to do for that? We have to style this div abc, okay, inside which we have written parameter dot block. So I'll write the abc id, I will give it a style. So first of all, I want to put it in the center. So margin left auto, margin right auto. You know this trick now. I have shown in my last video. And I will give it a width of maybe 30%. All right. And also, I want to increase the font size. The font size I'll give maybe XX large. Let's see what happens. And the color, the font color I want to be Alice blue. Save. And quite a few styles I put. You already know about these things now if you have watched my previous video. Now refresh. See, all the styles I have put, it's affected here now. Okay, change the color, change the size, and also it has come in the center. Okay, now I gave the width 30%. Probably instead of 30%, if I do it 20%, it should be fine, I think. Yeah. So now it's in the center. All right. So don't forget to mention the width, because if you don't mention any width, by default it takes the whole 100%. Then even if you do margin left auto, margin right auto, you will not see any effect here, because this div will be 100%, so it will be as it is. So when you are putting the style, you want to put it in the center. uh, like after doing this margin left and right, also you just mention one width. Okay, the width which you think that it should be perfect for to put your heading text. All right. Okay, so you can play around with all these things. So we have put some style here. Now, what's the purpose of this video? I want to show you how we can use the external CSS. So when we put the CSS within this tag or body, like within this element, like this style equals, and within this inverted comma we mention the different style like this. Okay, so that time we call it like internal CSS, which sorry, inline CSS. So basically we are using the CSS inline the HTML. Okay, but we don't use that because it's really looks ugly. So that's why we started to use the style tag in the head section. This is called internal CSS. So this is inline CSS and that is internal CSS using the style tag. But now what we are going to do, we are going to use external CSS, and that is recommended because this way we can separate CSS totally from the HTML file, and your HTML coding will look nice and clean. Okay, now how to do this? Whatever we have written so far within this style tag, we'll take it out from here. So select all these and then Control X to cut it, or you can right click and cut also. Then we will paste it here in the style.css folder, okay, which we created before. Now here the style tag, we will delete it. Now save it, save index.html, then save style.css also. Then go back to index.html and Control 5. Or if you have already opened here, just Refresh. Our old styles are gone. Oh my God. So how can we get it back? It's easy. Now why it's gone? Because we took out all the styles from index.html and put them in style.css. But how this index.html will know that it has to take the style from the style.css? So for that, what we have to do, we have to connect the style.css to index.html. How to do that? Of course, using the tag. HTML is all about tag. We have a special tag for that to connect any file to the HTML. And we will use this connecting tag within the head section. As I told you in the beginning, head is like brain of HTML. So the head instructs, whatever give the instruction, as per that, the HTML file will render in the browser and show you the content. So now we are going to use link tag to connect CSS file to the HTML. Link, then rel. You can remember this. If you forget, just go to the w3school.com and find out how to connect CSS to HTML. You'll see all this tag. Okay. So rel style sheet. Okay. So you are relating the style sheet. Then type. So the file we are connecting, what type of file is this? Is text or CSS? Then href is just it will just show you the path of the file. Here the file is style.css. The path, you know now how to put the path. I'm not explaining that here again. See, you can see style.css. Now we'll close this like that. Save it. Now go and check your page. I'll refresh. Look, we got back all our style now. Okay. So in this way actually we can use external CSS instead of using the inline CSS or internal CSS. We will use external CSS from now. Okay, like this is a really important concept, like how we can use HTML and how we can use CSS with HTML. So remember, there are three ways of using CSS with HTML. Okay, I'll just show you instead of writing myself. Quickly, I will show you in the W3 school because it's already ready there. I don't have to write. Yeah, I'll just type here. Ah, if you go here to the CSS section, see, there is how to. Click on that. See, three ways to insert CSS. External CSS, internal CSS, inline CSS. Now, if you see the first example, yeah, when you started in the beginning, oh, this is already showing your external CSS, not internal. Okay. So anyway, you know that we have already done inline CSS and internal CSS before. And right now, whatever we are doing this external CSS. Okay. So I hope you understood that one. So this is a very important concept, how to use all our CSS in a separate CSS file. Now today I wanted to show you also about the responsive website and about this meta tag. You can see here what does it mean. But sorry about that. I am running out of my time. I have to go out. My family is waiting for me. So excuse me for today. In my next week video, I am going to discuss you about a responsive website and like how you what first I will discuss what is responsive website, and then also I will show you how you can make your website responsive. We'll learn some few more new advanced CSS concepts there, and after that week I will show you how to host your website for free, because that is going to be a little bit difficult concept for a beginner. So that's why I'm just taking a little time. But in the meantime, if you are a tech savvy person, if you want to know more about Git and GitHub, what you can do if you get time, I'll show you. If you go to my channel, see, there is a playlist called Git. There I have created already two videos on Git and GitHub, how you can work with Git and GitHub. So there two videos are there. If you click here,
Meet Grandma.
two videos are there, Git part 1 and Git part 2. So you can watch those videos, okay? If you go to all videos also, I can show you Git, yeah. So Git part 1 and Git part 2, they are really, really informative. You will know a lot of things about Git and GitHub. But again, I'm telling you, people who are just starting now, it will be a little difficult for you to understand maybe, or maybe you will understand, okay? So if you are interested, you can go there and you can start watching those two videos. But actually, I'm going to show you another easier way how you can host your website in GitHub using GitHub desktop application. So that will be more easier, and there's a separate tool actually for that, so that you don't need to use a lot of git command, which I have shown here in these two videos. Okay, so if you are not interested, you don't need to watch these videos. Just wait for me when I will watch how to host. Otherwise, if you are tech savvy, you want to know more about Git and GitHub, you can go and you can watch these two videos. Okay, and so for today, I have just shown you the external CSS, how to use external CSS using a separate CSS file, and how you can connect that CSS file to your index.html file. Okay, so I'll stop here today. I'm really, really sorry. I have to go. It's just early morning. I'm making the video now. Everyone has waked up. They are waiting for me. So, yeah, enjoy your weekend. And next week, I'll show you how to create a responsive website and what does it mean by responsive website. Thank you very much for watching. Bye bye.